When you exercise or do Pilates, do you like doing the same routine over and over and over? Do you like staying comfortable and not trying new hard things? I'm Linda, an online personal trainer and Pilates teacher in the United States. I'd like to share some thoughts with you that I originally learned over 20 years ago in my Pilates teacher training, and that I remembered and used both as a teacher and in my personal workouts. The Pilates technique has a wide variety of movements that could be done in a workout. In my experience, people like what they're comfortable with. They like doing things that they're familiar with and that feel good. They're comfortable with the familiar. I think one of the favorite exercises is done on the reformer, where someone lays on the reformer with the legs up in the air with straps on the feet, and the legs go down, out, and around, each leg forming a half circle, but there's a total circle between both legs. This exercise is called leg circles, or sometimes called feet in straps. And that exercise works on core and pelvic stability and range of motion and strength of the hips. If this exercise is repeated over and over and over and someone doesn't do anything else, it'll be good for maintaining those benefits, but it's not going to be very good for growth. If you only do the Pilates movements you like, how will you grow? How will you become more balanced in your body and your mind? How will you become better at Pilates exercises? And this brings me to the lesson that I learned over 20 years ago in my teacher training that I've carried with me throughout my years as a Pilates teacher. And that is that the exercises that you like the least may be the exercises that you need the most. So think of a couple axes. On one axis you have growth, and on the other axis you have how much you are challenged. There tends to be somewhat of a bell-shaped curve. There's a point where there's max growth, and on either side, too little challenge or too much challenge, there's not as much growth as there could be. And so in Pilates, we want to do exercises not that are always comfortable and easy, and not that are so challenging that there's pain or failure or fatigue, but we want to find that appropriate challenge where there is room for growth. Growth sometimes can be hard. It may mean looking silly or being uncomfortable or not being sure of what you're doing. That may mean that you're appropriately challenged, but it may also mean you don't like what you're doing very much. And this is why Pilates was designed to be done with a teacher who can guide you in what is the appropriate amount of challenge. When is it right to introduce new exercises? When is it right to do exercises new ways? How will you grow in your Pilates technique the best? Teachers are trained in how to pick out the right exercises for you and how to design them to the appropriate amount of challenge. If you would like me to help you with some of the exercises that you like the least, I offer online training in most places in the United States. May you move well.